back for another Teaching Tuesday. This week, to celebrate Valentine's Day and Black History Month, we are learning Motown Love Songs, some of the best love songs ever written. I can't wait to share these tunes with you. Before we move on to our first song, though, I want to just let you know about two things. The first is that I'm actually teaching a whole class on ukulele Motown this term, both in person here in Portland and live on Zoom. The in-person classes are all full, but there is room in our Zoom classes if you want to jump in. There'll be information about that on my shop page, averyhill.studio/shop. You can also join as an email self-paced student, so you'll get all the information and details, syllabus, videos, all that stuff in your inbox, and you can follow along at your own pace. So again, if you're interested in checking that out, averyhill.studio/shop. Look for the button that says Ukulele Motown. Would love to have you join us. The other is a reminder that I've opened up a membership program for this channel to keep it going and to allow me to spend a little bit more time and attention on it than I have previously been able to do. You can learn more by clicking join below next to the subscribe button. Learn about the different levels, different ways to say thank you. I say thank you for the support. Really looking forward to working with some of you more closely, including a monthly Q&A that'll be coming up at the end of this month. So if you want to get on that bandwagon, come and join me. There's a survey open now, question out there. What should we talk about at this first Q&A? What are the questions on your mind? So would love to hear from you, and hope to see you there. Hope to see you all through this week for all these fun Motown tunes. I'll leave you now with our first for this week, The Way You Do the Things You Do. Enjoy. Hi there, let's learn to play Smokey Robinson's Motown classic, The Way You Do the Things You Do. Really love this one. Now, don't be deceived when I say it's in the key of C. You'll need your D chord, G chord, and A7 chord, and think, that's great. 3-chord song, no problem. We have a fun rhythmic challenge that comes up in the chorus. But let's start with the verse, which is definitely the simplest part. And before we get into the chord pattern, actually, I want to do a quick review of the swing strum because we want to make sure we've got that nice lilt going. Ba, 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 ba. That's a lot of what makes this song what it is that swing to it. And there are going to be parts where we sort of interrupt that swing strum and then get back into it. For example, right at the top of every every verse, getting ahead of myself, we're going to pause that strum and hold it on the D chord as we set up the pickup lyrics. So I start the song vamping on the D chord, or ending a chorus, getting into the next verse, vamping on D, and when I'm ready to sing the lyrics, I'll pause, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start my swing strum again. And that pause is where the pickup lyrics come in, like this at the top. You got a smile so bright, you know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight, you know you could have been a handle, right? So we've got that sort of tacit bar at the very beginning where we just hold the chord as we sing those pickup lyrics into that first couplet, and that's all D's all the way across in that swing strum. Now, when we get to the second couplet, the first line of that couplet, I'm going to switch over to the G chord. Not right away. I got to sing those pickup lyrics. The way you swept me off my feet. So keep that in mind. I'm waiting for that long lyric, feet in this case, but in other verses it'll be something else. Do, 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 do. That's where I'm making that change. So not at the beginning of the lyrical phrase. This is where lyrics and chord progression sort of overlap a little bit unevenly. I'm there for just 2 bars because by the time I get to the end of that first line of the second couplet, I'm back to D. So that whole line is going to be, the way you swept me off my feet. For 2, you know you could have been a broom. Back to D. The way you smell so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. And pause, because that's where things change. That's the verse. So pretty much all D's across, think about 4 lines, 2 couplets, right? With a rhyme at the end. When we get to that second couplet in the first line, we jump over to the G chord for 2 bars, and then we come right back to D. And then the last thing is just at the very beginning to start each verse, we strum and hold that D chord. That is your pattern for the verse. Now, right after the verse, it goes straight into the chorus. You don't get much time to breathe unless you want to vamp in there a little bit for yourself. But what's going to happen at the beginning of the chorus is there's going to be a rest. We're not going to play anything at all. Typically when that happens, I smack my instrument a little bit. I mean, not too hard, sort of tap it. Try to make sure that the strings are silent. And then I'm going to strum my A7 chord and hold it for the rest of the bar. So it's rest on 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first bar of the chorus. And it corresponds to the lyric, rest. Well, you could have been anything, right, going on there. So that lyric, again, is going to really help us know where that beat comes, especially if we know this original recording really well. So again, rest, 2, 3, 4, and then another bar of A7 with that swing strum, back to it, and then G for a bar, back to A7 for a bar, back to G, and hold. So there's no rest here. I'm just strumming it, holding it for the full 4 beats. The way you do the things you do. And then back to D. And there's our little vamp at the end of the chorus, getting ready to go into the next verse. So all together, here's what the chorus sounds like. I'll do it a couple times. 1, 2, ready, and a rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to G. 2, 3, back to A7. 2, 3, 4, hold G. 2, 3, 4, D. 2, 3. I'll add the words this time around. 1, 2, here I go. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do the things you do. Let's try that again. Get ready on your D chord. I'll count you in. 1, 2, here we go. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do the things you do. Nice. So pause right there. Those are all the pieces to the puzzle. Again, you've got that verse pattern to the chorus. Then you've got verse 2 and the chorus. Verse 3 is abbreviated, so it doesn't actually go out to the G chord. It just has 1 couplet there. And then the outro is just vamping out on that D chord. So let me play for you verse 1 through to the chorus so you see how those 2 pieces fit together. And then we'll pause. I'll let you practice those chord patterns and the swing strum. And then we'll come back for the play along. Vamping on our D chord. Find that swing strum groove here. And remember that at the beginning of each verse, we hold it out so we can add in those pickup lyrics like this. 1, 2, ready, and hold. Got a smile so bright, yeah. You know you could have been a candle. I'm holding you so tight. You know you could have been a handle. The way you swept me off my feet. You know you could have been a brew. The way you smell so sweet. You know you could have been some perfume. Here it comes. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I can tell the way you do the things you do. Yeah, and you can vamp on this D chord as long as you need to get ready for the next verse. 1, 2, here we go. Hold. As pretty as you are, you know you could have been a flower. If good looks could cause a minute, you know that you could be an hour. The way you stole my heart, could have been a schoolboy, here it comes. Well, you could have been anything that you wanted to, and I could tell the way you do the things you do. And pause on D. What do you know? I gave you an extra verse and chorus for free. I just got so into it. I just kept going. But I'll pause you there for right now so you get a chance again to practice those patterns, how they fit together. Do whatever looping you need to do. Work just on the strum pattern. Work just on the chorus. Go back and loop that beginning rhythm pattern for the chorus. Whatever you need to feel good about playing it all the way through with me in the next video, where we will actually get all the way to the end of the song. Enjoy your practice. One more quick thing. If this video was helpful to you, I encourage you to consider becoming a member. It's a great way to say thank you, to help keep this channel going, and also to enjoy some extra perks and resources on your musical journey. You can learn more by clicking join below next to the subscribe button, and I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much.